What's up, the John Squad? You guys know what today is? That is right, today is Wednesday. You know what that means? Today is Wonderful World of Wrestling Wednesdays. Woo! So let's do this. Shall we, John Squad? Welcome to Wonderful World of Wrestling Wednesdays. We're going to get into WWE Monday Night Raw talk first, like we always do here on Wonderful World of Wrestling Wednesdays. And then I'm going to give you this TNA Slammiversary match card for this Sunday on pay-per-view. So let's do this, shall we, John Squad? So Raw kicks off with the Usos arriving into the building. Then Obafemi comes out and declares that he will become the new King of the Ring at Night of Champions. Obafemi then says that after he wins, he will have a decision to make to go after the World Heavyweight title on the Undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam. So then, main event, Jey Uso comes out and declares that he is used to people counting him out and will silence the haters when he defeats Obafemi and becomes King of the Yeet at Night of Champions. Jey Uso then says that after he wins, he will challenge Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam and become the new champion. So LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso is announced for later on in the show because LA Knight and Jimmy Uso were arguing backstage when Adam Pearce booked the match. So then Brie Bella and Paige beat Bayley and Valkyria to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. After the match, Valkyria turns heel on Bayley and attacks her. Then we had Chad Gable calls Alpha Academy to the ring and apologizes for how he treated them when they were together. Maxine Dupree dislines his apology and says Chad hasn't changed and is a terrible person and claims they never needed him. So Ethan Page beats Dragon Lee in a match. Jason Statham was at Raw. Liv Morgan and Io Sky have a face-off ahead of their Queen of the Ring Tournament Finals match at Night of Champions. A brawl breaks out between them with Io Sky standing tall. Dirty Dom and JD McDonough attempt to steal from Danhausen, but then Danhausen curses JD McDonough and he gets electrocuted in the process, so that was pretty funny. LA Knight beat Jimmy Uso after Solo Sikoa interfered and hit Jimmy Uso with the spike. Then Seth Rollins says that he created the Vision and will put them behind him once and for all when he defeats Braun Breaker in a steel cage match at Night of Champions. Seth Rollins says that he is done with them, and Seth Rollins says after he is done with them, he will go back to reclaiming the title he never lost. And boy, do I hope so. Chad Gable vs. JD McDonough is announced for next week on Raw. A vintage was shown for Sovaruka. And the Street Profits beat the Vision to become the new World Tag Team Champions in the main event on Raw due to Joe Henry coming out and chasing off Dirty Dom. Not Dirty Dom, pardon me, Logan Paul. My brain has Casey Navarro on my mind. And then Seth Rollins comes out and stops Austin Theory and loses on brass knuckles, and that's how Monday Night runs with the Street Profits standing tall. So now we are going to get into TNA Slammiversary. So we have an Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship. We have Cedric Alexander versus Leon Slater versus Frank Kazarian versus Mr. Elegance for Fabian Anchor versus KC Navarro versus Amazing Red in an Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship. Then we have a tag team match for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. We have the Elegance brand, Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance with the Personal Courage versus Rosemary and Alley. Then we have a singles match with Eric Young versus Ricky Sosa. Then we have a singles match for the TNA International Championship. This will be an open challenge match. Mustafa Ali versus someone to be announced. Then we have a singles match with Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards versus Moose. Then we have a singles match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. We have Lee Ying Lee versus Kia Brookside. Then we have a three-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. We have The System, Brian Myers and Bear Bronson versus the Hardys, Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero versus the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. Then we have a singles match for the TNA Championship. We have Mike Satana versus Nick Nemeth. This will be Nick Nemeth's Call Your Shot Championship match. And then we have a singles match. We have AJ Francis versus Elijah. And that's going to do it here today, guys, for Wonderful World of Wrestling Wednesdays. Once again, the John Squad, please like this video. Leave your comments down below and subscribe for more. You're all the best, Johnson. You guys are absolutely a one of a kind of each and every single one of you guys. Thank you all for watching my YouTube videos. I love you guys. Peace out, the Johnson. God bless, and I'll see you all next Wednesday for Wonderful World of Wrestling Wednesday. Peace. Love you guys. Subscribe. Subscribe. That's all you just gotta do is just subscribe.